record it. But anyway, we are recording it now. So just for your information, please accept it. Right. So the ugly truth about when it comes to business is that nobody going to do it for you. Everything is started from yourself. You will have your team to rely on in somewhat way, but in the other way, if you are want to success, you have to work your ass off, let's say, right? Like, so this is the mentality that we are looking at. And then, so how do we build this in WorldProNet? Okay, so yes, if you see, I know that all the people said, oh, the basic salary is so low. So I agree. I do agree, and we agree. And why we do that? Um, sorry, Indah, can you talk to Bright that I'm now in the meeting? I can't talk to him. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
So why we do that is that actually with that mentality, we want to see that who's people that putting the work, and then we compensate them based on their performance. So what does it mean? As example, so we have this um a daily report about like what you work on, about it's automatic with the platform called Clockify. Like at the end of the day, you can just like print it out. Well, not print it out, download it, right? So once you download it, the PA team will check it out. So just as simple as you are following the protocol, how we said that it has to be reported, you get some bonuses just because of, so a lot of bonuses adding into the performance. And then of course that's always a part of like in life you have the reward when you are doing well. You have your own hardship when you are not doing well, as example. So this is the pathway that we are implementing in our company. Just to give you a little bit example on the highest performance people in BizDev team at the moment, okay, getting around 300 to 400 USD. That's at the moment. Of course, the more like you are bringing in a project, that could increase because, as you can see later on, because we already have percentage in each of the project and each of the deal. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so now before we are talking about the compensation, I will talk about what is expected of you. So as I mentioned before, we are looking for someone that has entrepreneur soul. This is very important because without this, it's really hard to move forward. I'm just saying not instead of saying because maybe to get into the become BizDev, maybe it's easy for you, but there will be time in the project that you have to push the project by yourself. So if you don't have this soul, entrepreneur soul, it will be harder for you in the next stage, I would say. So that's why this is the basic. Okay, and then deal maker attitude. So what is deal maker attitude, right? Deal maker attitude means is that being creative in how to play around with people's interests, not play around like what it's more like but as example, okay, a deal maker attitude is understanding the people interest and the people trigger, let's say. And doing that, it's not possible without you are really researching about your prospect, understanding about the business of the company, understanding about them thoroughly, because in our work we mostly do research before even checking or doing any let's say outreach to anyone. Okay, so if you think that you're coming to WorldProNet and then you just send bunch out of email, like it's not going to work. That's not what we are. We are not lead generation company, and we are not planning to do that anytime, because that's spammy. So what we are looking at in people that knows or willing to learn how to understand people's psyche and then understand people businesses and make deals happen from that understanding, which of course we give you the training, but again, come back to that, the deal maker attitude has to be there. Why? Because training will not go anywhere without your own brain working on it. If you're planning to work and then just do use AI in it, it's not going to work as well. Um, I'm not discouraging AI. Okay, we are using AI every day. In fact, that we are encouraging you to use AI, but AI is not ultimate thing. You have to, as simple as reading it and make sure that exactly what you are looking for or exactly what you have to convey to the other person, it's important. Okay, so that's still about the attitude. I think this is like the one that's very important. And then the next thing is what is like we are using. In short, we are using all the what is it, the platform that available in the market. If you know, even in the UAE, there is called bot team. It's the same like WhatsApp, but I'm not putting it here. There's no place anymore. So basically, all the things we don't care. It's LinkedIn, Telegram, all the social media you can use in our businesses to promote the business, um, all the use. But related to project management, we are using mostly Notion. That's what we use for project management and for calendar, marketing calendar, and so on. We are using Notion. And then the chat, it really depends, but in most of cases, because our client is on WhatsApp, we collaborate in WhatsApp in most of cases. But other than that, we also collaborate, of course, in email or LinkedIn, anything that works for our client. So that's about so what are the activities, right? So in most of cases, of course, understanding the market, industry insight, contacting leads, as I mentioned. Contacting is not just contacting, but researching before and also do some follow-ups. Even follow-ups, we have our own way, which we will teach in the training later on. That's a part of the training. And then other thing is that it's part of like protocol as well. We have our own team meeting for each project. And then we also have, what is this? Sorry. Client and representative meeting. So each of the client that we have, we minimum have 2 weeks, each 2 weeks meeting with them, which is why we always like try to align ourselves with the projects. And then we also have refreshment training time to time, because unfortunately we all are, or fortunately, let's say, we are all human, and sometimes we just forgot things and we need refreshment, or there are revision into some protocols or so on like that. They're always like public announcement to that. And related to design wise, we do as I mentioned, encourage like if the people wants to use AI, but still you have to have the human touch in it, like not just trust AI 100%. And then we also encourage that people able to use Canva because it will be really important, especially for project presentation and then proposal for prospect, and then of course the marketing poster that we have our calendar to for each team to post. So that's about it. That what expected of you. Um, well, maybe from here first, is there any question from any of you? I see there is 39 people here. Any question as of now? I will count to Abdul Hamid. You would like to ask question? If you want to raise your hand, go ahead. I will count until five. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we will move on. So for the KPI, this is just, I would say, like, because it's different project to project, to be honest. But this would be maybe a stem, like, in general, mostly we have outreach email 200 per month each people, and then identifying prospect like 50 prospect per week, and then we are looking for 2 3 meetings of prospect for each project. And then also there are social media engagement per month. That's about the KPI. Yeah, next slide. Okay, so let's go to the fun part. Yeah, let's say. So when we are talking about the compensation, as you already see in the ads, what is the basic salary? We stay with that. Typically, moreover in 3 months probation, and then also how every deal commission. So this is how we played around in the commission part. Okay, so as business development, you get 20% of the deal, and then others, as you can see here, we have our own operation in the business as well. So imagine that in WorldProNet, you can sell anything without having headache. Um, like having your own company, which means like you have to pay your own taxes, you have to pay your own accountant, you have to pay your own um, chamber of commerce platform, and in each country is different, of course, but you have to pay your own employee. In this case, you don't have to pay those because WorldProNet already, like let's say, being umbrella of it. So you just have to, if which project would you like to work on, which company you would like to onboard, and then we work on it as a team. So that's how it is. Next one. Okay, so this is the part is yours. Do you have any question? No, before this, please. Yeah, this one. Okay, so I think yeah, okay, this one first, right? Can you go back before this? Let's see if we missed something. Okay, so move. Yeah, okay. So also I understand that this actually already in the ads, but you just can't be very careful. And some of us will, and again, as I said, we are all human. So I will go for telling that what is about the how business development works. So we are working fully remote with flexible working hours. What does it mean? That flexible means you can work anytime you want, but except you have a meeting with client, which means that you have to facilitate what the client need. It's Monday to Saturday, and then you have to have good command, both oral and written in English. It's a must, of course, because we all are working in international business, unfortunately or fortunately. And then there will be 2 weeks training. This is the 2 weeks training is doesn't mean that you are onboarded. Okay, I have to make this disclaimer before there is any miscommunication, let's say later on. So we will train the people, we will train the ones selected with us in order to be able to work seamlessly when you are onboarded. So in these 2 weeks, you will also can reflect to yourself, is this something that I really want to do? Because truthfully, work is not only from the company side, right? It's two side. Do you want to do it as well? And are you compatible with us? This is where we are learning for each other and about each other. Okay, so after you are onboarded, let's say you're selected, and then there will be 3 months probation. And then okay, and then monthly payment. Also, as you can see, the service fee is the basic is 150. It's hourly, it's counted in hourly, like that, around 0.94 USD, if I'm not mistaken, per hour. And then commission is 20% out of our deal. So it's again different project to project. Some projects are we get 2%, some projects 5%, but typically 5% for each deal. In case you are wondering, no visa support at this stage. Of course, like at the long run, okay, if you are really good at what you are doing and your client, let's say, needs you to fly to some part of the world, that's a totally different discussion. Inclusive for all nationalities. And then what we need from you, absolutely reliable and stable Wi-Fi and data connection. Again, it's like when you are working in office, right? And some of the office or some of the company asking you that if you have certain driver license or motorcycle license, it's just the same as that. You have to have your own laptop, you have to have your own Wi-Fi to be able to work in virtual environment. So this is what I would like to share about how we work. Next. Okay, so next thing is recruitment steps. So now you are in the informational session, right? And then afterwards, you are going to get in your email or your LinkedIn, depends later on, by our HR team, a Google form. Okay, so you will receive by the end of this event. And then you have to do that Google form, to fill that Google form, because that's the written test. So once you deal with that, we will do our own screening and so on. And then we will pick the people that will do 2 weeks training with us. Okay, at the end of that training, you will get some, well, accomplishment certificate, let's say, and then you Some of you that really good in the training will be offered contract. Okay, so that's how this circle is, the recruitment steps in our company. And I do understand that maybe a little bit long for some people, but it's better to acknowledge that maybe we are not compatible to each other at first place before we are dragging times. Sorry, it's just that I have been seeing thousand, not thousand, maybe hundreds, let's say, of applicants. And it's just unfortunate that when we already onboard them and then suddenly they say like, oh, this is not something that I want to do. So this is why we are trying our best to give you the training at first and see if this is something that you want to do, let's go do it. If it's not, you can back out anytime at the training, let's say. That's about it. Next one. Yeah, that's the Q&A. Maybe I'm less sugarcoating it, but that's just easier. Okay, so I'm looking forward, of course, to find out each of your talented souls, and then well, we are as a team looking forward for more people that exciting to become our team members, and then having more let's say people in the local. I believe there is from Nepal, Indonesia, India, Vietnam, Thailand today, I think. So yeah, this is your stage. If you would like to have some question or anything that you would like to share with us, please feel free. You can raise your hand so I can add you as well. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone? Oh, there is Kao Kun. Go ahead, Kao.
Hi, my name is Chuck Control, and I would like to know that this position is like in time. So, is there any kind of growth opportunities after this internship? I would like to know about it.
Is there any what? Sorry.
Is there any growth opportunities after this internship?
Okay, so you mean that is there any like permanent um
Hello?
permanent job opportunity? Is that what you are saying? Hello? Shaokun, are you there?
Hello, sorry.
Yes, are you saying like you are asking after the training, is there any opportunity for the are you looking for the promotion, or you mean like not as intern but the employee?
Yes. I'm wondering that. It is kind of like an internship for us. After doing this internship, is there any good opportunity, kind of
Ah,
like a
okay.
promoting?
All right.
Yes, I want to know about it.
Okay, understood. Thank you for your question. Yes, there are plenty of opportunity in our company because we always try to grow our team. So typically, once you are after your probation, there will be depends on your performance. There will be people that we know that very talented. They are typically we directly sorry, directly promote them as business development manager as example, but there are also that we think that they are very good, but maybe we need to let's say um, like nurture them more and then train them more. We typically like of course give them stage to become our business development specialist after the 3 months period. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other question?
Hi, I'm Afri.
Hi, Afri. Nice to meet you. How
Thank
can I
you.
help?
Yeah, how many staff will be recruited for this position?
Okay, as many as possible. Now, really, we are trying to find the best. Well, I must say, okay, there have been batches that we are trying to recruit, but there are no people that in our standard. So at that batch, unfortunately, we don't onboard anyone, but there are also that in the batches that really some people are good, and we onboarded out of like we our plan was to onboard 3 people, but we found that there are 5 people that were good at the time, and then we onboarded all 5 of them. So at this stage, because the thing is, now we are looking to the people that can be trained to understand our protocol and then develop it in their local market. So that will take a lot of enforcement. So I would say at this stage, probably around 3 to 4 that we are looking at. I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I think Alfitra.
All right, thank you so much. My question, I have 2 questions actually. The first one, is seen from the job description. It says that, we will require to attend the events like conferences and like a business or trade shows. Will it be in person event or will it be like online event? And the second question would be, the basic service fee is 150, as you say. Is it a monthly basis or will it be one-time payment?
Wow, that's so sad if it is one-time payment.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's my question, Afra.
it's monthly basis. So well, this is how it is. I will go first with your first question. About the event, it's both. And it depends what type of person you are, okay? I must say that there are our team that more reserved person. Again, this is spiritual, right? Reserved person, and they are more in the let's say more interested into like doing things in their comfort of places, and we let them be, and we encourage them to find virtual events to joining in to basically get to know the people that they are doing business with. But there are also other people that very, let's say, extrovert, let's say, and they are open to go outside there. So what we do is that we will encourage them, okay, find out the event in your country or as simple as in your city, business, business event, and then let's do it. And then so they will share with the team what was like, they understand about the market, what was the let's say what they got from that event. Typically it's about like exhibition, so most of the people will learn from that exhibition as well. So yeah, it's both and online and offline. But of course, if it is offline, we will also happy to, let's say, reimburse if there is any transport case or whatever it is that's needed. That's about the first question. The second question about the payment, it's monthly basis, of course, just like you are doing a job, let's say. When you are doing a job, you have your own service fee, right? So the WorldProNet, um, how would I say, principle is like this. We are trying to make more businessmen and women, but by baking them from the ground. Baking means that, well, maybe not like your rich dad to give you a small loan $1 million, but baking you as a businessman and a woman to at least you are able to maintain some part of your expenses, some part, and as your business grow, you will be able to share those with your loved one and so on. So that's the, let's say, the backstory, or more, I would say that the, well, not vision, maybe the principal things that we are trying to do over here. Because at the end of the day, any project that you are bringing in and any client or deals that you are making, it's always commission in each deal, like unless you have agreement, different agreement. Okay, so again, that will be different. Let's say the agreement only the first 5 years, so then maybe you will get the first 5 years. But in most of cases, it's always each recurrent agreement. Like every time you got the deal, we will get the part of it, and as the same as yourself. The good thing about it as well is that as you grow yourself, as you grow WordPress businesses, you will also get some part of the teammates is doing, because we are as a team. Imagine that you have the whole body, right? Like your brain cannot think if you're, let's say, you just cut off your leg. How painful does it, right? As much as you want to work things out, it just doesn't work. So we believe that when something is doing right, because we are trying to do things right as a whole, as a company. But when something is wrong, which means that we fail as all the team. So, well, I hope that makes sense for you. If not, maybe we can have session later on for it.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
you're welcome. Let's see, we have maybe Muhammad Suhalai first.
Hello, how are you? My name is Mohammed Saleh. Hello,
Hello,
can you hear
nice to
me?
meet you. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. My question is, is there any specific reason we are working on? I mean, so, is there any specific region of the country we are working on, like Asia or Europe or anything?
Okay, thank you for your question. It really depends on your at the end of the day, which project you are mandated to. So as example, as if you already haven't seen our website, so we are industry agnostic. What does it mean? Means that we can handle project from any type of business industry. So it could be, as example, aviation, it could be forestry, agriculture, whatever. So as example, let's say Suhaila, our business development specialist, and then he projected and given a project about a company in US that's selling their HVAC system. HVAC means heating, ventilation, AC system. Okay, so then they are from US. They are telling you, okay, okay, Muhammad, I'm looking to go to Europe and Africa. So by default, you will be working on those market because the client asks you to work on that market. But in the other hand, let's say there are some clients as well asking, okay, Muhammad, so based on your research, which market do we have to go on this year? So then this is where the discussion and nurturing connection between you and the client coming in. So it will depend on what project you are working on and then which team you are classified into. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Tafania.
Yep, thank you very much. I can
Mm-hmm.
call me Fania, and I like just want to confirm about the working hours. So it is
Mm-hmm.
written that it's 8 working hours per day. So is it following the time zone of the headquarters of WorldProNet, or is it can be flexible to our time zone?
Mm-hmm. Again, it depends on your client, but in most of cases, okay, if there is client meeting, it's typically 1 hour, maximum 2 hours, right? So that's the typical, let's say, the duration. So unfortunately, that time we are not sure when because it can be based on what they are looking at. But for yourself, as example, like you are doing your tasks, you are doing like your own report research on something, that's up to you. There is no like we are trying to make ourselves open 24 hours. Why you have here Ramdhani and Indah from Indonesia. So they are more open in the morning than I am. So I am in from Sri Lanka. So I'm almost the same 2 hours, 3 hours different with Israel. And in the other hand, we also have Richmond from our team business development manager. Not here. I think he's not here at the moment, but he's handling the team when it is, let's say, from the African side, they are more later on in the time zone, let's say. And so we are trying our best to facilitate the team whenever they need us. So I hope that answer your question.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, Tim, there was supposed to be the session where you introduce yourself one by one, but turns out there were more questions. Oh, wait a second. There is one more person that iPhone 1. Who's that iPhone 1? Would you like to talk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So unfortunately, that's it, the time that we have for the moment. Okay. And then so again, after this, you will receive the Google form to do your own thing. What's included in there is written test and internet test. Okay, just for your information, that's typically what it will be included. And then afterward, you will be called for interview. Oh, this is also important. If you haven't been called for interview in 2 weeks, which means unfortunately you are not able to move to the next step. Okay, so just for your information, if you are not called by 2 weeks, which means that you are not able to go to the next step. But if you are called either by Indah or Ramdhani, which means like we are excited to have you in the training later on as well. So thank you very much for everybody's time. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ramdhani and Indah, for joining me today's session, and have a good day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.